I think I can make this look decent using the old shed as well. So basically, this is the old. This would be the add-on. I could come off the top of this roof and right across, and inside I'll have the 2x4s or the 2x6s up here actually, so that I can plywood it. But what I'm going to do is first I'm going to block this off right here, because I don't need heat going up into here and escaping. So I'll put a piece of lumber right up in there. Whoop, let's undo that. Hold on, undo, move. Okay, so I'll put a piece of lumber there. Let's draw a line. Let's draw a line. So I'll go from here to there. Okay. Okay, so this will block anything from going up into there and just wasted space. I can put a couple pieces of plywood here, not to close it off completely, but to give me a place to put things up there if I need to put things up there. This will be the front door, and that's going to be approximately 8 feet by 8 feet. This is the door that's there now in the old shed with the ramp, because I keep lumber in there. And this will be the back. Now I know because of the way this roof is that it looks like it's angled, but it's really not. There. This is the back. This would be the addition. This is the old one. This is the dog door back there, because they used to, they still do. They run in through there and around and out the front. They use this as an in-out playground. I think you guys seen that before. I'll probably just leave that alone. There's no sense in rebuilding it. Not unless I got extra lumber laying around. But other than that, that's kind of where we're at. So there's the back. The overall width is going to be 29 feet. The overall depth will be 30 feet. So it's going to be 29 by 30. But only on the new side. The 29 wide is the width of the whole thing, but the 30 is going to be the new side. The piece over here, the old one, is only about 15 to 16 feet long. So this one's going to be almost double that length. So I mean, 30 feet's a lot of space, you know. So it's going to be a pretty good size back there. I just don't want it to look out of place, so I wanted to make sure that it looks like it belongs there. So I'm probably going to have to side it with something. I can probably just put texture board up, you know, texture 111 around the outside, and have it look okay, and trim it, you know, just to give it some look. Before I put the texture up though, I'll wrap it. See, I don't like, if I'm going to use texture, like for instance next door they put up texture board. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but this is the guy that's cheap, so the guy that doesn't want to take care of his tree problems. You can't see it, but right over there, there's a brown board, but that's like a little shed over there he built. It's probably 12 by 15 or so, 10 by 15, somewhere around that area. And they used the real thin texture look, texture 111 look, you know, so it's texture 111, but it supposedly has a coating on it, so it protects the outside. However, it doesn't do much for the inside. It's basically still just pressed board. And as the moisture comes up, it's going to rot it anyway, but that's him. I like to see this last a couple years. I don't want to be out there fixing it every time a winter comes along. So I'll put up an inner board, something like what I have in here, which is still nothing that I really care to use, but you know, for what I'm doing, all right, this stuff here, right, like for instance on the roof here, I use plywood. I'd like to use plywood all the way around. All right, but seeing that I'm going to wrap it, and I'm going to have not texture 111, I'm sorry, and pressure treated on the bottom. What I can do is I can just seal the crap out of the bottom and then wrap it, and then I can use that inexpensive texture 111 board, or just buy the good texture 111, put it up and paint it or stain it, which is another option. So I have to kind of see which is going to be best. Wrapping it will help hold the heat in, and I have the wrap, but again, seeing that it's not going to be a full-time thing, it is something that I really have to concern myself with. But that's where we're at so far, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go on Home Depot's website real quick and see what some of these prices are, and that'll determine if I want to use a double wall, meaning this particle board stuff first, then wrap it, and then put that cheaper texture 111 board up with the finish on it, or do I just want to put up a good texture 111 and paint it or stain it and leave it at that. Now I can still throw some wrapping up on the studs before I put the 111 up, so that'll help with that a little bit. We'll see. We'll take it one step at a time. So let me get some prices. I'm first going to print this out so I have an idea, because then I still have to figure out what I'm going to do stud wise. I'm probably going to go 16 on center. It gives me more to work with. It'll give me more support when I start putting up the 4x8 sheets of whatever it is I'm going to use. It'll give me more to work with inside if I want to hang shelves. And 16 on center with the 2x4s should give me more than enough strength all the way around for what I'm doing here, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. If I was building something to live in, I would go 16 on center with 2x6s. But at that point, seeing that it's just going to be there, I think I'll be fine with what I'm going to use. So I got to figure out what I need as far as how much of it as well. Alright, I'll be back.